Today we're counting down 10 of the most visually insane car mods ever built. This car looks like it had a very bad day. Both of them, actually. The wheels are pointing inwards so aggressively that the actual contact patch touching the road is roughly the size of your thumb. The tires last maybe 15 minutes at highway speed before they're completely gone. The handling is, medically speaking, a disaster. And yet there's an entire global subculture built around this. It's called Hella Flush, and the whole point is that the car looks good standing still. Whether it survives the drive home is apparently a secondary concern. In 1961, a German company looked at a car and a boat and decided the world needed both at the same time. The Amphicar Model 770 is a completely road-legal car with two rear propellers hidden under the bumper. You drive it to a lake, point it at the water, engage the propellers, and keep going. It does 7 knots on water and 70 miles per hour on land. It comes equipped with navigation lights and a maritime flag, because apparently the plan was always to take it seriously. Nearly 4,000 of these were sold. They were expensive to produce, leaked constantly, and handled terribly on both road and water. A contemporary review described it as neither a good car nor a good boat, which in fairness is accurate. The owners loved them anyway. President Lyndon B. Johnson famously used his to terrify guests at his Texas ranch. He'd drive them toward a lake at full speed, screaming that the brakes had failed, and only reveal the propellers when they were already in the water. Since 1936, there have been giant hot dogs driving around America, and most people have just accepted this. The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile is 27 feet long, shaped exactly like a hot dog in a bun, and there are currently 6 of them on the road right now. The drivers are officially called hot doggers. Their job title on actual paperwork includes the phrase meet and greet. It has a hot dog-shaped dashboard. The roof is the bun, and it has been rear-ended multiple times by drivers who, in fairness, were probably extremely confused about what they were looking at.
Oh, I'd love to be an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I truly like to be. 'Cause if I were an Oscar Mayer wiener, everyone would be in love with me.
At some point, someone looked at their Cadillac in their backyard pool and thought, I should combine these. The 1969 Carpool DeVille is a fully road-legal Cadillac convertible that has been converted into a working swimming pool. It has jets, it has a functional filtration system, it holds real water, and it drives on public roads. The creator drove it to a car show, which in hindsight is the only correct place to take a car that is also a swimming pool. And if you're thinking, well, at least it's still a Cadillac, we've got something worse coming. Stay with us. This should not exist.
And his name is John C.
The smart car was specifically engineered to be the smallest, most efficient city vehicle possible. It weighs barely 1,600 pounds. It parks sideways. Someone looked at that and decided what it needed was the tires from a vehicle 10 times its size. Multiple people have done this, independently, in different countries, which means this is not a mistake. This is a movement.
Okay.
Somewhere, a Ferrari engineer is staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m. and they don't know why. Someone took a Ferrari, a car that cost several $100,000 and was designed with obsessive aerodynamic precision, and covered the entire exterior in black velvet fur. The nickname the internet gave it was immediate, unanimous, and absolutely deserved: the Ferrari. The fur adds 0 horsepower. It does, however, collect every piece of dust, lint, and insect within a 3-mile radius at speed. But honestly, it's hard to look away. This man spent $25,000 and 2,500 hours of his life building a banana, and he did it to promote world peace. Steve Braithwaite built the Big Banana car on a 1993 Ford F-150 chassis using chicken wire, foam, and fiberglass. It took over 2 years. It does 85 miles per hour, and he regularly drives it across the country because he believes a giant banana will bring people together. Here's the thing, he might be onto something. People absolutely stop what they're doing when a banana drives past them. Whether that's world peace or just general confusion is an open question. At 100 feet long, this is less a car and more a building that someone gave wheels to. Jay Orberg's American Dream holds the Guinness World Record for longest car ever built. 26 wheels, a king-sized waterbed, a jacuzzi with a working diving board, a helipad. It required a second driver positioned at the rear just to help navigate turns. To be clear, this is not a parade float. It is a registered vehicle, and the man who built it later built a second car that was 2.5 times the width of a normal limo, also with 2 Cadillac engines, also with a king-sized bed. Jay Orberg could not be stopped. Nobody tried. The Scuba drives on roads. It also drives underwater, up to 10 meters down, fully submerged, while you are sitting in it. Unveiled at the 2008 Geneva Auto Show, the Rinspeed Scuba is a fully electric, fully submersible car. It has electric motors for both land and underwater propulsion. It has built-in scuba tanks to supply the driver with air. It has no windshield because at depth, glass becomes a problem. The driver just sits there, underwater, in a car. The designer said he was inspired by the 1977 James Bond film, The Spy Who Loved Me, in which Bond's Lotus Esprit converts into a submarine. He watched that scene and decided, yes, I'll build that in real life. On October 15, 1997, a car broke the sound barrier. The Thrust SSC is powered by two F-4 Phantom II fighter jet engines, the same engines used in military aircraft. Together, they produce 110,000 pounds of thrust. The car weighs 10 tons. It reached 763 miles per hour, breaking the speed of sound and producing a sonic boom that rattled windows miles away. It holds the land speed record to this day. Technically, putting two jet engines on a car chassis is a modification, an extremely specific, extremely British modification that required a Royal Air Force pilot to drive it because no civilian was qualified. The car was so fast it couldn't be stopped with brakes alone. It needed parachutes. Parachutes on a car. Before we close, a couple of things that almost made the list. The Dobberton Surface Orbiter. A man built a rocket-shaped vehicle from a milk tanker using his life savings. It was designed to drive on land and cross open oceans. He spent years on it. You may not have heard of it, but it absolutely deserves to exist in your brain now. And the Bond Lotus Esprit from The Spy Who Loved Me. The actual original prop was a working submarine. It was auctioned in 2013. Elon Musk bought it for nearly $1 million. He said he was disappointed it didn't actually convert. He has since been working on making it convert. Billionaires, man. If you think that was unhinged, the motorcycle world has its own list of people who looked at a perfectly normal bike and said, not good enough.